Hey guys, welcome to your second week at Flash Course, and in this lesson we're going to talk about healthy lifestyle and hobbies. So when we talk about health in general, we understand that health is your well-being. So the state of you being healthy is the state of you feeling alright and feeling okay. We can have brain health, physical health, mental health, which is also called emotional health. Being physically healthy means that your body is okay, your body is functioning well, and you don't experience any pain or discomfort. Your mental or emotional health means that your emotions are okay, your perception of the world is okay. You don't have any disorders or illnesses that are connected to your feelings or emotions. Your brain health is the health of your brain. Brain is something that is inside your head that makes you think and that helps you process information. So brain health is very important, especially when you are studying. That's why you need to take good care of your body. To take care of something or sometimes someone means to keep someone in good shape or something in good shape and keep provided for. For example, if I'm taking care of my children, I give them food, I keep them healthy, I keep them in a good shape. If I'm taking care of my body, I'm providing it with enough physical activity, with good food, and with enough rest and sleep. If I want to improve my diet, I go to a nutritionist. A nutritionist is a doctor that helps you control your diet so that you get all the nutrients that you need, all the good things in your food, such as vitamins, minerals, carbohydrates or carbs, good fats like omega-3 and omega-6, and proteins. So a nutritionist helps you balance your diet. But to make a difference, you need to form habits because it doesn't happen overnight. Your habits do not change just like that. Overnight means very quickly. To form a habit means to create, to make a habit. To make a difference means to create an important change. So when you try to make a difference, it means that you try to influence something deeply and significantly. For example, your opinion or your voice can make a difference for the equality of women and men in the world. So that's why you need to speak out. So a habit forms over a period of time. That's why you can also call it a gradual habit. When something is gradual, it happens over time. It takes time to happen and it happens like step by step, not really sharp and not really unexpectedly. To form over a period of time means to be created in a period of time, during some time. So since we are talking about your health, we need to know some basic principles and we need to think about them. For example, I think you already know that in order to stay healthy, you need to reduce the level of stress, reduce stress in your life. Stress is panic or anxiety or some source of danger for you. When you reduce it, you make it smaller. So reduce stress means do not engage in conflicts. For example, try to watch news less, try to be positive, and try to read something positive or listen to something positive. But it is really important that you do not put pressure on yourself. To put pressure on someone means to make someone do something with force. So if you put pressure on yourself, it means that you're making yourself do something, like You have to train. You have to go to the gym. And maybe you're tired and you don't want to. So don't put pressure on yourself. Sometimes you need to let yourself relax. Because, for example, if fitness is overwhelming and you feel overwhelmed, it is really hard to stay on track. And you remember that to develop a habit, you need to form it gradually. That's why you need to stay on track. Overwhelmed means feeling a lot of load and feeling a lot of pressure. So if you feel overwhelmed, it means that you feel that the stress that you're experiencing is unbearable, that you cannot cope with it. To stay on track is an idiom, a collocation that you use when you are referring to keeping and continuing to do something. So when you stay on track, it means that you continue doing whatever you decided to do. For example, you need to stay on track with your fitness program. It means you need to go to the gym, you need to keep your diet, and you need to stay positive about it for a long period of time, not just for 1 or 2 days. Another important thing for your health is your hydration. The level of your hydration means the level of water that you drink. Sometimes after a long working day or after fitness, you can feel mildly dehydrated. Mildly means a little bit. Dehydrated means lacking water in your body. So that's why you go ahead and drink a glass of water. And for example, in the morning, after you slept for 8 hours, you are mildly dehydrated. That's why everyone recommends to drink a glass or 2 glasses of water in the morning before you have your breakfast. So since we started talking about your sleep, it is really important that you sleep full 8 hours at least, because the lack of sleep can increase your fatigue levels. Fatigue is the extreme feeling of being tired. For example, if you work for 12 hours in a row without any stop and you feel tired, that's fatigue. That's kind of like exhaustion and being tired at the same time. So fatigue is something that happens over a long period of time. So it's not just you're tired today, but you've been tired for a long time, maybe for a year or for 5 years, and that's why you experience fatigue. And there are several ways to improve your health. Some people are open about discovering and trying those ways, but some people can be skeptical about them. It's actually up to you whether you want to be open about it. It means whether you want to know more and you are okay with finding out some new information, or you want to be skeptical about it. It means you want to kind of doubt everything that you read about or hear about. Because in our time, we have a lot of information, and some of that information might not be true. So it's okay to be open and skeptical at the same time. What about you? Do you take everything like the truth, or do you give a little bit of doubt to everything that you read about or hear about? Now let's talk about not only your physical health, but about your mental health. Your mental health is about mental clarity. When your brain is clear and you can think clearly and have no negative emotions or reactions to the world. That's why you need to reduce your level of anxiety, and sometimes you need to reduce the level of pain. Anxiety is a form of fear and worry. When you're extremely worried about something, for example, about an exam tomorrow, and you cannot concentrate, you cannot do anything about it, and you kind of start being disturbed, that's called anxiety. Pain can be physical or it can be psychological. Sometimes you experience physical pain. For example, you cut your finger and it is painful. But sometimes your body is okay. But since you are experiencing anxiety or some sort of stress, you can kind of have the phantom pain or pain in your body that cannot be located. And this case can be really daunting. Daunting is a synonym of frightening. Something that scares you and something that is difficult to deal with, something intimidating, is daunting. So, for example, if you experience anxiety or you do not have enough mental clarity, you need some tips from other people to help you cope with it so that you do not think that you're alone in it. Tips are little pieces of advice that you can use. Usually tips are practical. For example, to boost your mood, to boost your feelings, you can go out for a brisk walk. A brisk walk is a type of quick walk, usually in the morning when you go outdoors and just take a walk to energize yourself. That's why it's called a mood booster. Mood is the way you feel today. For example, if you feel sad, you're not in a good mood. If you feel excited and happy, you are in a good mood. By the way, you say, I'm in a good mood, I'm in a bad mood. And a brisk walk is a type of walk that increases your heart rate. Heart rate is the amount of beats per minute that your heart produces. So usually a normal person has a heart rate between 60 to 90 beats per minute. Sometimes if you do some physical exercises, your heart rate increases. Another tip to improve your health is to be out in the greenery. Greenery is green area, generally trees, bushes, and grass. And for example, if you go out to the park, you are out in the greenery. Generally, some slight physical activity and being out, meaning that you breathe a lot of oxygen, can improve your immune function. Immune function is a function of your organism to protect you from diseases, from infectious diseases like bacteria, viruses. So to improve means to make it better. That's why it is really important to have a well-rounded exercise regimen. Regimen is like routine, your habits and your regime when you do something like on a schedule. Well-rounded means very well composed. So if you're thinking about your exercise regimen, you can for example, take a brisk walk today, do some yoga tomorrow, go swimming the day after. That's your regimen, and it can be well-rounded because you are doing different types of exercises and stressing different types of muscles and different parts of your body. But since we all are humans, it's a normal thing that we become old. The process of becoming old is called aging. And people, when they grow old, they tend to lose muscle mass. Muscle mass is the amount of muscles that you have in kilograms. And tend to lose means to be inclined to lose, to be likely to lose. So when a person grows older and older, it's a physiological reaction that you tend to lose muscle mass. And it is a part of aging, a part of becoming older. And elderly people can get injured very easily because their bones are not as strong as the bones of a younger person. To get injured means to get a trauma or to get a damage from something. For example, you can fall and break your leg. That's how you get injured. Or if someone hits you, you get injured. Injury is a trauma. So in order to slow the process of aging down, to slow the process down and to preserve your body, you need to do some exercise, to think about your diet and to take up something new every time. The phrase "to slow the process down" means to make the process slower, to kind of stop the development of the process. To preserve means to keep something in its original shape or form or state. For example, sometimes you put your food into the fridge, and that's how you preserve your food from being spoiled, and it lasts longer. Let's say you bought some milk. You cannot leave it just on the table. You put it in the fridge. That's how you preserve your milk. So as I mentioned earlier, which means as I said earlier, as I was speaking earlier, you need to take care of your diet. You need to make sure that your diet is balanced and that you have everything you need in your diet. So usually a person needs 3 to 5 servings a day. Serving is like a meal, but a personal meal. A serving is a meal for one person. Or sometimes you can call a serving a portion of something. For example, a serving of berries is a portion, like a spoonful of berries. Some nutritionists believe that the best gateway for a balanced diet is to eat the rainbow. Gateway is a way of achieving something. For example, a way of achieving a balanced diet. Eat the rainbow means to not literally eat the rainbow, because you cannot eat it, right? But it means that you need to eat products of different color, of all the colors of the rainbow. Do you know the colors of the rainbow? That's how you get a variety of nutrients, and that's how you complete the bare minimum of food that you need. So to get a variety means to get enough of different types to consume, like to eat different types of food. Bare minimum is the minimal level of what you need. For example, bare minimum of water that you need to drink is 1 or 2 liters a day. That's your bare minimum. If you drink less, you will be dehydrated. Or let's say bare minimum of money that I need per month is $100. If I have less, I cannot pay for my rent and I will not survive. And one more important topic that I want to talk to you about today in our topic of health is rest and relaxation and your brain health. Because if your brain is relaxed and healthy, you are happier. So that's why every evening you need to wind down. Wind down means to become calm and to stop being nervous. So, for example, if you had a very stressful and exciting day and you are all stressed and all energized, in the evening you need to lay down and wind down. Sometimes your winding down can be completed through having quality time with your family and loved ones. Quality time is not like the quality of time. Quality time is the time that you spend with other people, fully engaged in the conversation or fully engaged in the relationship. So if you're sitting with your mom, but at the same time you're texting your friend on WhatsApp or scrolling your Instagram, that's not quality time, because you are not spending time with your mom. You are looking at your phone. When you spend quality time with your mom, you feel that you had some very important moments. Maybe you had a talk or you did something together that brought you closer. Sometimes that can be cuddling. Cuddling is hugging other people, or sometimes cuddling can be done by yourself if you take a blanket and wrap it around your body and you cuddle. And one more thing, if you experience a decline in memory, your memory becomes worse. You need to keep your brain engaged and stimulated because your brain probably is tired and is no longer focused. When you feel that you cannot remember things, or it takes you a long time to remember something, or to take that out of your memory, train your brain. That's how you keep it engaged, which means you keep it focused on something and keep it interested and keep it stimulated, which means that something is always influencing your brain. And one more thing, before going to bed, please try to put your phone away, because at least 1 hour prior to going to bed, because the screen of your phone, if you look at it, it emits blue light and it influences your eyes, and that's how it stimulates your brain, so your brain cannot fall asleep and you can feel insomnia, or you can feel some stress after you sleep. So emit blue light means produce blue light towards you. That's why try to put your phone away and then go to bed. I hope that this video has given you a lot of tips on how to become healthier and how to develop healthy habits. Of course, tomorrow when you will have your listening practice, you will see some more tips from the video that you will be watching, and I hope that you will be able to put them in motion into your life. I hope that you will not just simply listen to them, but you will try to apply them to your daily routine and form a gradual habit. Don't try to take all of the tips and implement them immediately. Just step by step, not overnight, step by step, and you will become healthier and happier. And that's what I hope for. Thank you for watching this video. Enjoy your week.